All right, we continue with our daily fantasy football sleeper and fantasy football bust videos, which will be posted every day from now through the start of the regular season. This is the Fantasy Sports Bust, Mike Kineski. Before we go any further, make sure you hit the notification and the subscribe button on the homepage there, and also follow me on Twitter at RotoBoss. All right, so that way every video that's posted you'll get notified, and also you'll be notified when we do live shows and any interviews and things of that nature. So I posted the sleeper earlier today, which was Chase Edmonds of the Miami Dolphins. We're going to stay with the running backs to identify the first bust in this series, and that's going to be Cam Akers of the Los Angeles Rams. I'm not going to draft Cam Akers everywhere. I'm going to try to make a point not to draft Cam Akers anywhere. Now, right now, Cam Akers ADP, and I just checked before I came on, in PPR formats is number 35. So this means that Akers is going in the third round of PPR drafts, which I think is absolutely, utterly ridiculous. All right, a number of reasons why I'm fading Akers everywhere this year. The first, of course, is the Achilles tendon tear that he suffered last summer, which cost him almost the entire season. He did make a miraculous return. I'm giving all the credit in the world for that, to return it for the regular season finale. And then he served as the workhorse back, shockingly, for the Rams in the postseason. But that performance into the playoffs and into the Super Bowl was very, very shaky, to say the least. Akers lacked burst. He lacked acceleration that he had previously prior to the injury. He fumbled twice against the Buccaneers. It was just a mess all the way around, and it really left a bad taste in the mouth of anybody who had Akers backing in terms of fantasy football, and even looking ahead to this upcoming season. And perhaps because he played so poorly and lacked that burst and acceleration, that Sean McVay has said all throughout this summer and into training camp that he envisions a 1A, 1B scenario with Akers and Darrell Henderson. That means they're going to have a strict timeshare, at least to begin the season. And Henderson himself has proven to be a solid weapon. He played very well the first half of last season. He caught the football, he ran well, he scored touchdowns, and then he wore down because of his slight frame. But McVay wants both Henderson and Akers to be involved, so that means a split share, and that's going to hurt Akers and make Henderson a lottery dart throw, who's actually worth looking into towards the final rounds of your draft. Now, also, getting back to the injury, I've said this many times, an Achilles tendon tear for a running back is so much worse than a torn ACL. Historically speaking, and there's been many cases to back this up, a torn Achilles tendon for a running back usually results in a lack of or a drop or a decrease in speed, pure burst, acceleration, and we saw that with Akers. He did not have any of that based on his previous standards prior to the injury when he came back last season. When Akers came out of the NFL draft, he was very intriguing on both sides of the ball, not only running it, but he also proved that he could catch it while in college. That has not been the case in the NFL. And that leads me into my second critique with Akers, is the fact that he's not been a pass receiving help or asset when it comes to fantasy football. He only caught 11 passes in 2020. He 3 catches when he came back last season, and then really wasn't factored in during the postseason on that side of the game. And also, Sean McVay's offense does not target running backs hardly at all. It's one of the lowest rates in the NFL targeting running backs. Matthew Stafford wants to chuck it down the field to Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, Van Jefferson, Tyler Higbee. He does not throw underneath. And this has been a staple of McVay's offense, especially of late. So we have Akers not catching the football. All right, that's one big knock. We have the timeshare with Darrell Henderson. That's 2. The lack of burst coming off the Achilles tendon injury, and we still don't know if that has gotten better or remedied itself. So that's 3. Throw in that ADP, which is just ridiculous. 4 good reasons that you shouldn't target Cam Akers anywhere. Listen, I'm not targeting him in the third round, late third round. Take a more stable running back. I like Elijah Mitchell better than him. I like David Montgomery better than him. I even like Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, all those guys better than Cam Akers. I'm fading him everywhere. It's going to be a frustrating timeshare. We don't know if he's all the way back from the injury, and he's not going to catch passes. So what else are you looking for here? I mean, I know we love the offense as a whole, but they don't even throw it to the running back. So I'm fading Akers everywhere. I think you should do the same, and we'll go from there. But anyway, so again, hit the subscribe button, check in tomorrow for the next sleeper and the next bust. Until then, we'll talk soon.